All right, guys, what's up? Apparently, the fake doctor, Cheyenne Bryant, is at it again, and she's lying, man. Let's check it out.
The Breakfast Club just exposed Cheyenne Bryant and ruined her life again. They already ruined her life during the first interview, but they just brought somebody else on to expose her further. She was brought on the Breakfast Club a couple of days ago, and they asked her about the online rumors that she's been lying about being a doctor and that she's a fraud. And they gave her enough rope to hang her career, while at the same time simultaneously manipulating her into thinking they believe what she was saying.
The conversation about your doctorate because people can't find your dissertation online. How are you responding to that in this new era of your life?
I'm gonna clear it up once on here. I'm not doing it again. And I'm clearing it up for my doc squad, for my fan base, for my audience who deserve to hear me address it. For the folks who have already made up their mind to not like me or not understand me, listen, I don't give a fuck what your narrative is. I would like for you to recreate it, double down on it, and run that shit, because I don't give a fuck about it. Now, to my doc squad, my fan base, my folks, you know, my village, it's very simple. I went to a school, Argos University, completed an entire program. I went back online to get my official transcripts, because I was applying to a law school many years ago to be a professor there. And I had to provide my transcripts, right, to get hired. And I went to contact the school and say, hey, I need my official transcripts. I need my entire thing. And there was no school. I was like, okay, I'm confused. I Google. It says this school has been shut down. I said, oh, well, they got to have records. I mean, they were accredited when I attended the school. They were accredited when I finished the program. I go and look, there is a third party that has the records. Where I contact the third party, that third party only holds records for 2 years. I was past my 2 years. So that means that I had no access to records. And then I contacted, financial aid. You can't make up financial aid. It shows that I paid for a doctoral program alongside my master's program and my undergrad program.
Guys, come on. Stop it. Come on.
And they said, we can fully refund you your money under one circumstance. We give you your money back. You don't get credit for not a class, a course, a program you took in this university, at this institute. So do you want us to refund you? Or do you want us not? I said no.
Nobody would have brain believed that story. There were people coming out who attended the same school that she quote unquote can't receive her records from, and they've said, yo, Parchment holds over the records for her school as well as for other schools. There is no 2-year limit. This is such a blatant lie.
Wow.
So people who have actually attended the school is telling us she's lying. Like, you could obtain your record even though the school has closed down. And even that elaborate story about federal student aid, offering to refund her money, that's the discharge program. You only qualify for the discharge program if you withdrew from the school or you were still currently attending the school. The discharge program does not apply to people who completed a degree, because obviously you completed the degree. Why would they refund you the money? Right? So even her story proves that she's lying, because if you actually graduated with your doctorate, you wouldn't qualify for the discharge program. You qualify for the discharge program because you didn't finish the degree.
Come on, guys. And the sad part about this? The people who bought the trash that she's out here selling, these books, I think this is the second book since she's been out. It's their fault. I mean, if you're going to support this, then it's your fault. It's the people who are supporting her that are the real dummies, because they're lining her pockets for the lies that she's telling, guys. She's not even certified to do the things she's doing, and she's still out here doing it. So, I mean, basically anybody can just make up a fake elaborate story, doctor it up on the internet, and then self-proclaim themselves to be a doctor. It's crazy.
So, the Breakfast Club, ruined her life, man. Like everybody now sees her for a fraud. Nobody believes her story. There's a Cheyenne Bryant, challenge going on TikTok right now. And these women are absolutely cooking her.
Let me tell you porch monkey something. You darkies, you'll never understand, because as a psychology expert with licensure, but I don't have the licensure because you only need that to diagnose. And I went to the university, and then I was applying to be a professor at the law school as a PhD holder, my doctoral. Now, as I was getting my doctoral, I came back around. I didn't have the transcripts, but the dissertation. And then at that time, I said therapy. And see, what you don't understand is you don't have to have licensure as a therapist for diagnoses, because I'm a life coach. And as a psychology expert, what some people are never going to understand about me is when I came back to do that doctoral, and the doctoral of it all, the summation at the end of the day, they're going to never understand.
Okay, I'm going to explain this one time and one time only, never again. I'm a doctor because I say I am. I'm going to break it down for you because I know there's a lot of people in your community that don't quite comprehend the things that I'm speaking. I am psychologizing a lot of people with my knowledge and my knowledge alone. The reason I don't work within a licensure is because it would require me to diagnose you with bipolar schizophrenia. Do you want bipolar schizophrenia? That's what I thought. I was a part of a doctorology program. I completed the program, and then the school burnt down, okay?
Yo, people are absolutely cooking this fraud. Continue to cook this fraud.
For real, facts.
Now, she thought it was a good idea while being in the storm to continue the media run. Now, before we even get to what the Breakfast Club did today to expose her and to further ruin her life, let's take a look at what she did to further ruin her life today. So she did an interview, and they brought up the subject of this fake doctorate that she has, right? And when they brought it up, she just made things worse for herself, man. I don't know what it is. We could just sense a liar and somebody being, deceiving us, right? So they asked her about this, and her explanation also went viral today because her explanation just made things. It's probably even worse than the first explanation. Here's what she has to say. Disclaimer, whenever you hear somebody bring up God when trying to rebuttal a lie, they are lying.
You're a motivator for many people, and oftentimes when you have that role, that moniker, you're the strong friend.
Yeah.
So I got to check in on strong friends. I want to check in with you because you've gone viral recently. People questioning your credentials, whether you should even be giving advice that you're giving. How are you doing, particularly within the last few days?
Thank you for asking that. I love that. I'm actually doing really good. I don't know a person who has received this amount of free marketing. It couldn't have happened in a better time for my book that just, launched a couple days ago. And within 24 hours, we made the bestsellers list, not only for print.
You see what I'm saying? Like the bestsellers list. Y'all let this hoe make the bestsellers list. I mean, think about all the dummies out here that bought this damn book. And that just shows me how many stupid people are out here in the world, guys. I mean, think about that. You got to sell a lot of books to do that, right? And so it just shows me that the culture in general is in disarray. It's cooked. If you guys are buying books like this, supporting women and frauds like this, because let's keep it real. Everybody's buying her book are women, right? Delusional, lost souls out here. Basically the blind leading the blind. This woman has no man. She's not in a relationship, okay? There's rumors out here about her and her sexual preferences. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on about this person, right? But she's thriving on the dollars of the delusional. And that's how you know it's just cooked out here.
But for the ebook. And so that's very exciting. Also, I know a couple of things. There's promises that God has for us. He says that all, not some, all things are working for your good. He also says that not to get weary in well-doing.
And to use God, that's the lowest of the low. To quote the Bible and verses from that book just shows me how low someone is willing to go for the almighty dollar, guys. If this isn't proof right here, I don't know what is.
And he says that I give you much territory, and your job is to possess it, and my job as God is to protect it. I protect what I give you. And so when territory is expanded, God says that the cross gets heavier. And if you cannot carry a heavy cross for the expansion of the territory I gave you, then guess what? Maybe you're not ready, because to whom much is given, much is required. And so it's important for people who are in service, in leadership positions, to not personalize, right? When you have folks who come in and attempt to crucify what you have going on, because your job is to not get weary in your service. And I'll land on this. My obedience is to God.
First red flag, man. You bring up God in this situation, you are a charlatan. But she thought she had a friend in this lady. Like, she thought the lady was gonna like take whatever she says as the answer and then move forward. But nah, this lady is very skilled at what she does, okay? So she rebuttals. She says, yo, I'm a journalist. I can prove I'm a journalist in 5 seconds. Here's my degree. Cheyenne Bryant then goes on the entire spiel. The lady then follows back and cooks her and says, okay, if you can't prove it, then why don't you just take the doctor from out your name until you prove it? Which I think is a fair solution.
Facts.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant did not like that, man. And would follow through was them both with some light shade and heavy passive aggressiveness towards each other.
Not to people. And so as long as I'm in his will and I'm serving and I'm doing his word, my sheep will know my voice. Even the sheep in wolf clothing. That is not my battle.
Well,
that's
with the
his.
questions that are out there, why not provide the proof of your degree? Why not?
Well, a couple of things, right? I have multiple degrees, and my thing is that my proof isn't something that I have to prove to individuals.
Show me one degree.
My proof is already within my credentials, my degrees, and also more than just my titles, it's in how effective I've been. All of my sessions have been live, for the most part. My sessions with Nick Cannon, Cam Newton, Shannon Sharp, B. Simone.
These are just name drops. Like, guys, if you're talking about other celebrities, these are just people who have you on the show so that they can have content themselves. It has nothing to do with them acknowledging credentials that you have not shown to the public. Any doctor, anybody who is supposedly went through all this training is supposed to be able to willfully and easily produce this stuff, right? I know if I'm going to a doctor, I want to see your credentials. I don't want to have you make an excuse. If I can't see the paperwork, I'm not dealing with you, period.
They have all been for the world to see, right? So no one knew who Dr. Bryant was prior to seeing all of my sessions that were live. And they deemed it, as well as I did before they did it, they can't validate me, I validated myself, they deemed it as my work being effective. I am effective at what I do. I'm educated and I'm successful in my lane, and I'll land on this, I created my own lane. And so a lot of times, Marissa, when people see
the lying lane,
that you created something that maybe they couldn't, admiration turns into envy. And you got to be okay. And you got to be okay with that in that space.
So she thinks because people are questioning her credentials because they don't have any and they can't see anything, that they are envious of her because of that. That's what they're saying. Guys, you can't make this shit up. You can't. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
But I think, and I've gotten this question from many viewers, and I owe it to them, in service to
Absolutely.
them. Why not drop doctor from your name if you cannot bring forth that doctoral degree?
So I've already covered this, right? And we're here obviously to talk about my new book. So I've earned the title. I have multiple degrees, and I'm not going to prove anything to anybody. And we're going to leave it just as that.
Bitch, shut up.
Yeah, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Baby, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
And that's where, and you're standing by that.
Standing by it, yeah, because I earned it.
She
Absolutely.
don't believe her.
Thank you. I know you're going to hang around. And
I want to thank you for asking the hard questions.
Well, I
appreciate
that. I'm a journalist with 2 degrees.
Why would it be a hard question? Shouldn't be a hard question. It should be easy. It's hard because she knows it's a lie. And to her, it is a hard question. See, she just said something right there that I think missed a lot of people. Do with that what you will.
At the end of the day, and so I had 2.
Come on, girl.
Yes, Northwestern and Emory University. So I had to make sure I display that.
Yo, you could look at the look she's giving this fraud. Like, yeah, like 2 degrees. Like, I'm a journalist. I had to display that. I'm a journalist.
Yeah, she went to Northwestern. So, yo, that school, that's one of those prestigious schools, man. Ivy League for sure. You definitely got to know your shit. All right. So kudos to the the young woman who was asking those questions to the fake doctor.
Yo, if I'm hurt, bro, cancel the press tour, man, and keep it. Just cancel it all, bro. You have been exposed and people are seeing right through you. Now, the Breakfast Club being, as slime bally as they are, they played nice in her face, made it seem like they agreed with her. The moment she gets in the backfire, the moment she's in the current fire, right, in the storm, they go to invite somebody on to expose her. Now, I'm gonna give Charlamagne credit. Charlamagne was not there. If Charlamagne was there, I believe 100% Charlamagne the guy would have caught her to the carpet right then and there, right? Because Charlamagne, to me, ain't scared of conflict. Everybody else is playing nice. So they brought on another person to do what I guess they were too scared to do when she was there.
We're in an era where social media has turned a lot of people into mental health influencers.
For sure.
How important is licensing when somebody is giving, relationship or trauma advice to millions of people?
I personally find it important to be licensed. For myself, it's important because it makes sure that I'm ethically sound. Make sure that people are safe around me. Make sure that I'm continuing all my education credits. Make sure that I'm getting all the training. Because it's one thing, we got a lot of therapeutic language being slang about people calling you gaslighter and narcissist, and we got all the words, but people don't really know what happens next in terms of healing.
Did you see our interview with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant?
I saw clips.
Okay. So when we were getting ready for that interview, I called one of my friends. Her name is Dr. Shonda Reynolds. And she was saying that to me because I was mentioning...
Patient Dr. Shonda?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the homie. Come on now.
That's my sister. We went to high school together, all of that. But yeah, she helped me prep for that interview because there was so many different things that you have to go through.
It's very nuanced.
The conversation we're having with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant takes away from the conversation we should be having about the real issues that some people have getting licensed. And I know you're licensed as a therapist, so I don't know if you have anything that you've experienced when you were going through your process.
Not anything to that extent, but licensure is incredibly challenging to get through. I don't think people understand how much schooling, how many hours of practicum and how many hours of internship you have to undergo, and then the test itself is difficult, and then the licensing board, and then you have to sit for a certain number of direct and indirect hours, which means a therapist who is more experienced than you sits in with you every week and you talk about your sessions, what went well, what didn't go well, and it could be challenging for a number of reasons, because sometimes you can only, you rise to the level of your help. If you don't have incredible supervision, it's going to dictate how thorough and how effective you are as a therapist in the long run.
Imagine putting in all that work to actually be licensed and actually be a doctor, just for a charlatan and a grifter like Cheyenne Bryant to come along and start calling herself a doctor. Everything he says is on par and is correct, bruh. Right? It's an insult to people who actually do the work. Cheyenne Bryant learned words like gaslighting and narcissist, and thought she had enough knowledge and ability to actually give therapy sessions to people, and she doesn't. And she's being caught out on it, bruh. Now, I do think what the Breakfast Club did is kind of, it's kind of slimy. She was in front of y'all. Y'all had the opportunity to call her out. Bringing somebody else on to call her out, it's nasty work, man. But again, I still agree with what they did, though. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think, man.
Yeah, that's it. Apparently she's got a book tour to go on, man, and good luck with that. Okay, you're gonna get baked, you're gonna get cooked, and I hope everybody who you talk to brings this up to the point where you have to throw up every time you hear it, because something needs to happen. And if she can't prove who she is or what she's done, right, academically, if she can't physically show us her doctorate, when you have people who went to that same school saying that you can get access, anybody can. If you graduated, there's a way to get it, and you can have these credentials right in front of you, and she can't show them, guys, this is going to blow up in her face, and I hope it does fast, because she's nothing but a fraud, man. She needs to stop writing books. She needs to stop actually just seeing people and trying to coach people. And the dumbass people who are being coached, now listen, if you went to her for coaching and you didn't know this, I mean, that's one thing. But come on, guys, a quick Google and this will come up. Let's keep it real with each other. If after knowing what you know now, and you're still deciding to go and seek counsel from this fraud, then you have nobody to blame but yourself, guys, because she already doesn't know what she's talking about when it comes to these things. Just look at her life. I don't know why people think that a lot of these people who are out here giving advice, guys, you got to look at them as well, right? You have to pay attention to that. That is very important, but a lot of people don't, right? They disregard that. And then they want to take advice from somebody who doesn't even, can't even relate to what you're actually going through. So I've said enough. Anyway, do you guys believe that she's a fraud? Do you not? Do you think I'm just going crazy or something? Leave your comments down below. I want to see what you think. And I want to thank everybody for watching the content. And if you did like it, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. I make content every single day on this channel. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.